Hi there, good morning. This is Peter and Denis from Freedom Marine here in Vancouver, BC. We've got the brand new Axopar 29, and I'm excited to do this walkthrough video with Denis, who's a new partner of Freedom Marine and is actually about the first generation Axopar 28 as well. So tell us all about it.
You know what, Pete, I'm a couple things. I'm really excited to be a partner with Freedom Marine and have the opportunity to be a representative of the Axopar brand. It's, as you know, I've been passionate since I got my first one. And I've been waiting for this boat for almost 2 years. And today's my first time on the boat, and I am so excited to get out in it.
All right.
Maybe we can just get out and hit the water and we'll take it from there.
And what do you always say?
Shake and bake.
We're just maneuvering out of here from Cole Harbour Marina. I've got a great helm position here. I got good height, good position to the wheel, throttle, and my bow thruster if I need it. You can see Denis here. It's really easy for him to maneuver around the boat here. He's just taking the fenders off. There's great storage for your fenders, which is always nice on this size of boat. Somewhere good to put them.
I have to say, everything we've ever wanted in our 28 is now here on the 29. I have back support. I have extra seating with full U-shaped settee for my family. Like when we're out entertaining, it was always difficult to have the little L shape. Now we have the full U shape. It's spectacular. I love that we've got cup holders everywhere. You know, we got some North American ones and we got some European ones. It depends if you're having an espresso or a nice cold beer. One of the other things, Pete, that I noticed quickly was that the snaps, the old school snaps, are gone. They don't break.
Oh, the little tab ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we now have these new snaps on the bottom of our cushion.
Oh yeah, it's so much easier.
With the pulls, they're so much better. You put them down, click it, done.
Yeah. Even the backrest, it looks like it's just got a simple pull tab.
Easy.
Yeah.
Right? So really, really, really happy with that. But overall, this space has changed how we'll use our boat.
We've just idled out. We got beautiful Stanley Park in the background here with just some city view in the back. We've got the mountains in the background. And a couple of last things up here, which I think are noteworthy.
Very important.
Tell me about the two things that you noticed that you like here more than your first generation.
Absolutely. Well, the one thing is the toe stubber. There's no more shore power stuck down below. It's really nice. And when we go in through the nice easy hatch, they've moved shore power, they've moved all the electronics up forward. As well, it's a nice large space for all our extra stuff.
Yep.
The water tank is now moved up top, easier and cleaner to access.
Yep.
As well.
Agreed.
Forward bow cushion.
Nice.
Super handy with cup holders.
Love that.
This has really become an entertaining space that, you know, we didn't use because it was so tight and so small on the other boat.
Yes.
This is, thank you for Axopar for listening. And, you know, I'm really excited to see the next part, which is this forward space that, Pete, you need to show me.
Okay, man, let me show you. Because this is actually a defining difference that makes this new 29 model a really, really cool setup. And again, back to your point, they listened.
Yeah.
And they made this actually a functional space. So first, when you hop in, you've got 2 steps in, which is quite natural to move in. And located under here is a electric flushing toilet. No vacuum, no pump mechanism. You can actually just push the button, it macerates and goes into a holding tank with the ability for overboard discharge and deck discharge.
How's your headspace?
My headspace is actually really good. Even if I was sitting
6'2"?
6'1", 6'2".
That's awesome.
I got lots of room here. And what's really amazing is this V-berth actually continues under the deck a little bit here, enabling you, take my shoes off, to actually lie out properly. I have a full-on snooze or a nap, or spend the weekend out on.
That's awesome. So if we're out fishing or we're on the dock and things get a little carried away, we've got a place to stay. We don't have to, you know, it's always safe, right?
Absolutely.
Stay on the dock or stay on the hook.
And if you're traveling with kids like we do, and they just want somewhere to crash, just get out of the sun for a minute. It's a beautiful place to be.
And you fit.
I fit, yeah. And what's really cool is when this is all flipped over, this is here. You've actually got a huge bed.
Oh, I'm getting in, Pete.
Are you?
Move over.
Yeah, come on. Come on. Check this out. Oh. Not bad.
This is awesome.
Yeah. Gives you access to all your dash behind here as well, so that for servicing, I really like that.
Oh, yeah.
They've made it easy, but you know, a kid's not going to come in and open it up accidentally.
Now, what's this?
This is actually pretty cool. It's a little sink.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Then I just brush your teeth, wash your hands real quick.
So you could, if you need to go away, you've got a functional space that you can sleep on, use the restroom, head, and you've got your sink.
Yes.
Awesome. And an easy access panel for all your fusing. Pete, you know what I've noticed on this boat is the ability to walk down here, it's much wider. You know, before I used to have to kind of shimmy and go sideways, but I can go straight down now, nice and easy. My shoulders aren't hitting, my head's definitely not hitting.
Yeah.
And I think one of the other really cool features is Axopar's added this beautiful boarding step.
Yes.
You know, because in the old days, last year, you're trying to lift your leg, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Now you can hold the roof, step on, you've got 2 steps and you're easy out.
Right.
And it's nice that they did it both on port and starboard side. Makes it really easy to access and get around.
That was actually really handy when we were just down in Roche Harbor.
Okay.
Because remember they had the higher docks there?
Absolutely.
So you don't always get a nice low dock to get on and off of the back. Sometimes you have that raised dock, and that actually made it super simple, I remember.
Very cool. The one thing I can also appreciate as a fisherman here in the Pacific Northwest, you know, and if you're chasing a fish and you've got to get around it, I can get around this boat so easily now if I'm holding my rod, I'm not banging my shoulder, not banging my head, I'm not ducking, and I'll be able to play a fish, and the person on the net is going to have a lot more access to being able to get the fish for us. So
absolutely.
Thank you, Axopar, for widening this.
Yes, and making it easy to get around. Just enjoy being back here and with the bench seat and all the deck space. I mean, we fished off your 28 lots, your first generation, and I think this is equally or in some ways obviously a little bit better as well. So
absolutely. I can't say it enough, Pete.
Yeah.
I love the latches.
These latches.
The latches are just so good. They've also put these handy little ties, which, you know, every boater's nightmare. How do I tie my ropes up? Where do I put my fenders? These are fantastic. It's super deep. They've also put really good hull drains down in the bottom now.
But let's say we're not fishing every day, right?
Yep.
And there are going to be a lot of people that are going to be, I think, really interested in this boat from a cruising perspective as well.
Absolutely.
Which you are. You've got 3 kids. Tell us how you'd use the boat for your family if you were to stay a weekend on it.
Absolutely. So this aft deck that they've created is fantastic. You know, I understand in the hot climate, it's a beautiful sun deck, but more importantly now, they've added a tremendous amount of space and windows here. And what I like is, whether it's storage or room, look at this. Look at this.
It's incredible.
It's huge. And the thing is,
and how easy.
How easy, whether you want to just throw your gear in nice and easily, or if I don't want to climb in underneath the seat, I can easily access it. I can hop in. It gives me lots of space. And like, Pete, seriously, this is awesome.
That's a huge berth as well.
It's massive.
Like how many berths have you been in where, especially at aft little cabin setup, this is a
29-foot boat, and we have 2 spaces that can sleep easily 2 adults in each space.
Yeah.
And comfortably.
And you could probably, I mean, all the kids could sleep back here too. 2, 3 kids could easily crash back here.
Absolutely. I like that they've had access panels for latches so that I can easily push out. I've got lots of visibility with the lighting now because they've made this a window.
Very nice.
You know, they've got nice accents and treatments. Lots of storage, heats down here. If you wanted to cruise as 4 people, you now can do it on a 29-foot
comfortably. And there's even a little extra storage underneath the middle there too, which is
absolutely
excellent.
Now, Pete, I heard that a little rumor that they might be adding a wet bar in a different fashion. What is that all about?
I don't know if we're allowed to talk about that just yet, but from what I've heard, they're going to convert. Sorry?
Give me the secret.
Okay, they're going to convert one of these lockers into a wet bar station. So you'll have your sink, you'll have some storage, and you'll have a little fridge built into it.
Wow.
Which is going to be really unique. They used to have the wet bar across the back.
Yes.
But it did take up some space in the cockpit. And some people want the bench and the wet bar.
Yep.
So now you can have a bench and a wet bar station which the wet bar station has been incredibly popular on the second generation and the third generation even of the 28.
Okay.
Okay, Dennis, I think it's time to go for a sea trial on this boat. We're gonna go for a rip and see how she actually handles as a new model, and some characteristics underway that I think you may appreciate.
Absolutely.
And while you're underway, there's always going to be people moving around the boat. And there's always that time where you need to hold on to something. What I really like is they've actually integrated a full handlebar up here. So if you're lying down here, if you're walking around the boat, if you're standing here, you got something to hold on to. If you're looking back and the boat's moving a little, you got something to hold on to. They've integrated the speakers here instead of outside, so they're protected, and it actually gives a little better sound.
Absolutely.
You've got really nice access now as well to the arch for your radar and your lights and anything else you wanted to add. So there's so many little details, and the way the glass is curved here, it's almost seamless around the edges, gives you better visibility underway. Let's give it a run.
I'm super excited because this boat is equipped with a twin helm station. And I'm noticing those beautiful two twin 200s on this in white,
Yeah.
which I'm a huge fan of.
I love it too.
And in fact, I've ordered my boat that way, but it's going to be a big change for me because I'm coming from a single 300 Verado.
Yep.
What other options are there for this boat?
Well, there's actually 4 different options. So you've got the twin 200s, you've got a single 300, you got a single 350, and a single 400.
Oh, wow. So they got the new big 400 that's come out by Berth Area.
A new V10, which is a phenomenal engine. We find that a lot of people gravitate towards the twins, but I have no issue ordering it with any one of those single engines, just the way the running surface is.
Yeah.
It'll still plane, it'll still function well. One of the big things I think that you will be really happy about is the increased fuel capacity.
Okay, now tell me about that, because one thing that I've always struggled with is going offshore in my boat or going on long day trips with my family is my previous 28, while I loved it, the fuel supply was small.
Yeah.
The tank was small. The efficiency was fantastic, but I needed more fuel.
Yes. So they've been able to not only give you better fuel economy with the twin 200s opposed to a previous generation 28, but they've increased the capacity to 400 liters.
Oh, that's awesome. That's almost double.
Almost double. Yeah.
That's going to change how long and far we can go and still get home safely. So
Absolutely.
that's awesome. I'm looking forward to driving this boat.
Okay.
Let's go for a spin.
Let's go for it. How's your driving position? Just right off the
You
bat.
know what? Visibility is fantastic. Like I'm loving that the pillars have been, like, they're so small.
Yeah.
And looking back, the 360 is good. Like, we only have this one piece that's, this is awesome.
Okay. And the throttle position for you?
Really handy. Everything feels like where it's supposed to be.
Nice.
Having my trim tabs right here on left and right, it's super handy. I've liked that they've kind of reduced the number of push buttons. Mm-hmm. They've given me a real cup holder.
Yeah, these are good.
2
size.
real cup holders.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, this is really, really good. The twin Simrad screens, awesome visibility on them. Here's an awesome feature right here.
Yeah.
Changing the windshield washer button from these little gauges to right here. So convenient.
Oh man, I don't know how many times I'd be looking at the dash trying to, where is it?
So Pete, it's pretty lumpy here today in English Bay.
It is.
And my first time driving this boat, obviously I'm driving for the conditions. I'm doing 20 knots. I know the boat could go a lot quicker, but you got to be safe. But I am really impressed that this Axopar is still an Axopar.
Yes.
It's doing what it's supposed to do, which is cut through the waves, make me feel safe.
Okay, if you're running this boat right now, you're on a long trip, you had your family with you, what are you listening to? It's got a great sound system.
Yeah, absolutely. When I'm in my happy place and I'm on a boat,
Yeah.
me and Mr. Buffett, we get along.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jimmy's got to be playing.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just, they just go hand in hand.
Nice. Hey Dennis, as we idle back into the dock here, we haven't even opened the roof yet. Like, this is one of the coolest features of this boat.
Absolutely. You know what, Pete? My old one was manual, where we had the bar and had to pull it back. And I appreciated the roof open, but I really never did it because it's manual and yeah, you just get lazy.
Yeah.
This is awesome. One button.
I don't even think you have to hold it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Hey, that's awesome. And can I stop it anywhere?
Yeah.
Oh, that is so good. And it opens right up.
Right up.
Like, how do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
We better enjoy the Vancouver sunshine when we get it.
It's a special day today. Tell me about your application that you used your 28 for and you plan with the 29 and having a larger vessel.
Absolutely. So, you know, this isn't just our primary boat. You know, we've got a larger vessel, and these boats tow incredibly. They're a great chase boat. They're a fantastic tender. So what we typically do is we're going to head up to Desolation Sound, the Harmony Islands.
Really remote areas.
Absolutely, the Broughtons. And we'll throw a hook, we'll be on anchor at a primary spot for a few days. But then we take our Axopar and we go.
Nice.
And we go see, we go explore. We've gone up Butte Inlet. We've gone up to Princess Louisa, through Malibu Rapids, Skookumchuck.
Yeah.
Like, this is the boat for that.
Absolutely.
And whether you have a larger vessel to tow and then do it, or to take this boat and go to those areas, it's awesome.
It works for both.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And whether it's sunny like this, like I mentioned, we open the top, open the doors, kids there, the dogs having a great time, and just going and seeing in the visibility. But then also, you know, we've been up Hotham Sound, and the rain came in and it was just gnarly. Closed everything up, turned the heater on, Christy had some tea, and away we go.
So, and you still go.
Yeah, absolutely. You go. Just go.
You don't have to think about it. Yeah, you just adjust.
Because time is the commodity, and you only have so much of it, and you've got to go and enjoy it. And you don't want to be limited because the vessel you have isn't capable of the conditions. And we have yet to find in our Axopar where we just couldn't go.
Right.
You know?
So now we're back at the dock, and I wanted to take a minute just to showcase a couple really neat little things with the aft cabin design, or if you just have the bench, what you get with the bench. So you sit here, you still have seating for 3 to 4 people very comfortably. One of the nice improvements on this model is a really easy to get to grab handle. You also have a 12-volt plug right here. So if you're a passenger and you want to plug your phone in, charge anything up, you've got that. You've also got a cup holder here. You've got a bar up here as well, but this is really, really neat, a handy feature to have. There's also a little cubby down here, so if you wanted to put your phone or other pieces in, you've got that. When you get the aft cabin, on this new model, it's a really simple thing to open up. Just lift that out of the way, lift that up, and you're in. There's no fumbling with straps or lifting seats up. It's a super easy piece. And they actually incorporated behind here a shelf. So just, again, a little extra spot to put things. Nice and easy to get in and out of. You lift that. You've actually got storage under the floor here as well, which is a really nice feature. And it's all solid and it fills in that space too. So you really maximize your accommodations underneath. This just clips onto here, holds it in place if you want. And then back down, super easy. Just like some of the other models, like the 28, you do have a sink that's located underneath this seat. So again, whether you're sleeping forward or in the back, or you just want to wash your hands real quick, you can do that here. And the same thing on this side. You've got a large fridge compartment. So you got a cooling element. So again, you can, for those a little bit of extended stays, you can store a lot of items in there for longer trips. Okay, we've just had an amazing day out on the water here, Dennis. You've driven the boat. You just docked it beautifully, by the way, with the twin engine setup. How did the whole boat feel, and what are your highlights from today?
Axopar didn't disappoint. I've been waiting 2 years for this boat, and I'm super excited when I actually get my own now. The best thing about this boat, outside of it being a normal Axopar and that it can handle any weather, is that the multi-cabin is a huge plus for us as boaters. Being able to either have our children down there when they get quiet and cranky, or if we need to spend the night for whatever reason. That is a huge addition, and I love that it's, for people who don't want it as a bedding space or don't want to head up there, it can just be storage. And that adds a lot more functionality, whether it's traps, stuff to go to the cabin. It's multi-purpose, right? The other thing is the upfront bow, just because it's beamier and having that U-shaped settee and the functionality, and again, it's optional, but I can't understand why anybody would do it without. Having the locker for the fenders easily accessible, like those two spaces change how the boat works. And again, it's so much better. The last thing for me that I'm really excited about is the larger fuel tank, because now I can go and do what I want to do and go to those extra locations. And I still have to worry about gas, but I can go further. I can stay longer. And that's what Axopar is about. It's the adventure company, and we're always out trying to adventure and see new things. One surprise for me was really, how do you improve visibility when it's already good? Well, now it's great. The 360 view with only the single pylon in between, it's a real enhancement for visibility underway and even not underway, for your guests to be able to see what's going on. So I think they've really, really nailed it. I'm super happy. I'm looking forward to getting mine.
Well, Dennis, I had a lot of fun today.
Awesome.
It's Peter here, Freedom Marine, with Dennis Barnard at Freedom Marine, and wrapping up today's really fun adventure.
Thanks for the day on the water, Pete.
We had some rough seas. We got to experience the real characteristics and a real-time experience.
Absolutely.
So, thanks for watching.